Once upon a time, in a land far away, there existed two mighty kingdoms, Ilaria and Dracoria. These kingdoms, though neighbors, were locked in a fierce battle for dominance over the throne that both claimed to be rightfully theirs. Ilaria, a kingdom of light, was ruled by King Alden, a just and noble ruler whose heart was filled with compassion for his people. The kingdom was known for its lush green fields, sparkling rivers, and the harmonious lives of its citizens. Magic flowed through Ilaria like a gentle breeze, aiding in the growth of crops and the healing of the sick. The people of Ilaria believed in the power of good, and they were devoted to their king, who they saw as a beacon of hope. Dracoria, on the other hand, was a kingdom shrouded in darkness. Ruled by the tyrant king Varek, Dracoria was a land where fear and despair reigned. The skies were always covered with thick, dark clouds, and the land was barren. The people of Dracoria lived in constant fear, their lives dictated by the iron fist of King Varek. He was a ruler who believed in power above all else and sought to conquer Ilaria to expand his dark influence. The struggle between these two kingdoms was not just a physical battle, but a battle of ideologies between the forces of good and evil. King Alden believed in peace and sought to resolve the conflict through diplomacy. He sent envoys to Dracoria, offering terms of peace, but his efforts were met with scorn and rejection. King Varek saw peace as a sign of weakness, and he wanted nothing less than total domination. As the war raged on, the people of Ilaria and Dracoria suffered greatly. Families were torn apart, and the land was scarred by the battles that took place. But amidst the darkness, there were those who still believed in the power of good. In Ilaria, a young warrior named Lyra rose to prominence. She was a skilled fighter with a heart as pure as the light that shone in her kingdom. She believed that the only way to end the war was to confront King Varek directly. In Dracoria, there was a young sorcerer named Kale. Unlike most of his people, Kale did not share his king's thirst for power. He had seen the suffering that the war had brought and secretly hoped for a different future. When he heard of Lyra's plan to confront King Varek, he decided to help her, risking his life for a chance at peace. The final confrontation took place in the heart of Dracoria, in the dark halls of King Varek's castle. Lyra and Kale, united by their belief in a better future, faced the tyrant. The battle was fierce, with magic and steel clashing in a storm of light and darkness. But in the end, it was not Lyra's sword or Kale's spells that won the day. It was their unwavering belief in the power of good that broke through King Varek's dark heart. With the fall of King Varek, the skies above Dracoria began to clear, and the land slowly started to heal. The two kingdoms, once bitter enemies, began to rebuild together. Under the joint rule of King Alden and the wise counsel of Kale, a new era of peace and prosperity dawned upon the land. And so, the tale of Ilaria and Dracoria became a legend, a reminder that no matter how dark the times may be, the light of goodness will always prevail.